Hey everyone, we went to Walmart today to do most of our back to school shopping. We're gonna get a couple things from Amazon. I may or may not put that in a separate video, but I'm gonna show you what we picked up from Walmart today for our 2021-2022 back to school, homeschooling, travel schooling, school supplies. We are gonna start on this side right here. We needed two 2-inch binders. I'm hoping we don't need bigger than that. I've mentioned it briefly in a video before. Madeline and I are both taking a college level introduction to ASL class, and we both need binders because our bookwork goes into binders for our schoolwork. So we both needed 2-inch binders for that. We've actually kind of been needing it all summer, but I just now remembered when going back to school shopping, and I just was like, you know, it's starting to get a lot of paperwork to have to keep up with. So went ahead and picked those up. We also are doing sheet protectors for the course so that we can have plenty of sheet protectors to put all of our paperwork in, because like I said, some of it's loose leaf paper that we need to go with it. For our travel schooling purposes, we still use erasable colored pencils whenever they're doing their art, doodling, whatnot. And it has become our favorite thing to do. We don't use markers, and I hate traveling with crayons because usually they melt in the high heat. So we still are using the erasable colored pencils, and I wanted to go ahead and replace the pencil sharpener because I think the one that we have been using is starting to be a little worn out. So I wanted to go ahead and just replace it while we were there. We don't actually use like pencils unless we're using charcoal pencils and they have their own sharpener. But again, I just, like I said, I want to replace that. So also for travel schooling, homeschooling, and digital schooling, there is still stuff that we hand write out. They still do their writing out step-by-step math equations in their floppy folders. We'll get to that in a minute. And they still do journaling on paper when we're traveling, and we do workbooks whenever we're traveling in between places and don't have internet access. So because of that, we needed more mechanical pencils. Also, we're looking at, I didn't mention it before, this is for 5th, 7th, and 9th grade. It's the only year that I have elementary, middle, and high school all at the same time, and it'll be the only year I ever do that because the 5th grader will be in middle school next year. So because of that, all of them are all old enough for mechanical pencils, and it just works out easier. And you won't see lead because they were out of that. So we just picked up the pencils for now. This is the mom and dad stack. Because we are teachers teaching from home, we need supplies as well too. And I find that I like having printouts of like daily itinerary. I love having digital itinerary, but there's just something about like having a printed out or handwritten out itinerary that you can add like stickers to. I'll get back to these in a minute, but like, you know, planner stickers and stuff. It just, I don't know, it's a little more different that way, and it also kind of feels like in a way we kind of are making our own passports as we go of destinations that we go to. So because of that, we needed floppy folders. We have 5 of them here that just have pockets. Matt specifically needed some that were just with pockets for what he does, so we picked out 5 of those for him. We also, I'm going to move these onto here, you've already seen that. These are something new that we're doing. We are doing like specifically themed ones for travel. So these will be ones that we may add to or take out of and change as we go through the year. But this is the one for Matt. We kind of thought it looked like a lava, you know, volcano explosion on it. So we decided to pick this one out for him. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get off work to go with us to go shopping. So we just kind of picked for him. This is the one that I picked. It was the one that kind of just didn't seem like too kiddie or tween or teenish for me. And it glows in the dark. So it'll be easy for me to find whenever we're driving at night. And I just need it for just in case. Because there's places that we've gone to and like all of a sudden, oh no, my phone decides not to pull this website up. Or oh, their website's crashed. And I still print out like printable confirmation of like booking places we've gone to, and we also print out our confirmation of homeschooling. You have to show proof of homeschooling to get homeschooling discounts at places. So I wanted something for just me as well, so I picked out this constellations and planets one, and again it glows in the dark. And you know, like I said, I know not too kiddie, but I mean also who doesn't like glow in the dark. So we also picked out floppy folders for us. We have black, green, orange, and they are different brands just because the only way to get them in different colors was to get different brands. This is the only paper one we purchased. The rest of them are plastic. If we don't like the plastic ones, we may switch back to paper, but I don't know, the plastic ones seem to last a little bit longer to me. But there's also blue, purple, green, And some of these colors may be doubled. We have a second blue one for us, a red, another black, or maybe another black. And this was something new for Walmart this year that I hadn't seen before. They may have it before this, but their Pen and Gear brand, that's graph paper, but it's in composition book style. So it's a lot easier to like keep track of if you're doing it, almost like a journaling style of it. So we picked this up for, again, because we're teaching 5th, 7th, and 9th, so you know, for that. And then we also have loose leaf graph paper, just in case, you know, like this doesn't work, because the loose leaf is slightly bigger than the composition notebook as well, so that also gives us a little bit more additional space. Then from here, I'm going to go oldest to youngest, and theirs is basically the same. They were fine with me filming their school supplies. This is for my oldest. She is going into high school. She has 4 core courses. Yeah, so she has 4 core. I'll go through that in another video if she wants to talk about that, but she has like 4 core courses and electives, a physical education class, and a couple other classes, but basically was also still taking 5 courses just like each of her sisters are. So we have all of those in here. We have enough floppy folders in here for that. Let's start here. I decided, I know I've been buying the planner stickers from Dollar Tree, and they work fine. They work great. But when I saw these, they have like the bigger planner stickers consistently, and yeah, they're going to take that one out because they don't need that. But like, look at this. This is super cute. It has a big snowman, and it had like a whole pack of specifically holiday ones. And holiday ones are hard to find, like big stickers of at Dollar Tree. So I decided to get these. The planner stickers that they currently have that we purchased over the course of the summer, they have 2 packs of them, are going to be specifically for their school planners, which you'll see that in another video. These are going to be for mostly for their travel journal. I'll show you that in a minute. And if they need extra for their school planners, they can use them for that. But these were really fun, and they weren't cheap, but like considering that there's 876 stickers in here and it covers a whole year, I decided to just go ahead and get each of them one. So this is something new that we're doing. On our last trip, each of the kids were doing journaling, and so we decided that they liked it. They enjoy being able to journal, writing about their favorite moment from each day, something historical they learned, and all kinds of things like that. So we decided to buy a travel journal for our our travel schooling, for them to be able to write down things like that. No like definite, you have to have this spell checked, or you have to, you know, write this kind of criteria. Just for something for them to write down and remember those memorable moments for each of our trips. And I'm going to go ahead and show you these bins, because I think I'm just going to put their schoolwork directly back into the bins as I show you through their stacks. These are the bins like we purchased from Amazon, except they're actually 1/2 inch taller and slightly thicker than the ones we purchased from Amazon. So worst case, I will buy more from Amazon, but I also like the fact that they came in these colors. These were colors that were not, I don't think the pink was available. The blue kind of was, but I think it was a darker blue, but not teal. I let each of the girls pick out 2 containers. That way if their other containers break, they have matching, and let them pick what they wanted. My oldest picked out 2 of the teal, turquoise, sea green kind of color. Middle one picked out pink, and the youngest picked out light blue. So I'm going to put their school supplies in here as we go. I showed you the planner stickers, and I showed you the teenager's journal, and yeah, she said she loves the fact that it said "Make Today Amazing," because she feels like every kind of adventure, every adventure to her is a big deal. And I love that about our kids. We've been travel schooling for about 4 years now, and traveling and journaling as we go for about 4 years, and they still, like, every adventure is new to them, and they still appreciate every new destination. So I love that she picked out something that said that on it. This is her floppy folder for travel. She loved it had like kind of a gaming theme. They recently have their first gaming devices, and we all play Minecraft together one night a week, like our whole family does. So she liked that there was one that had a gaming theme to it. If she hadn't picked it out, I honestly would have picked that from Matt and would have like swapped with them. And the colors that she picked were green, blue, purple. No, she got the deeper purple one. So like there was a light purple, but she got the deeper purple one. not really magenta, it's purple. It's more like a eggplant purple, I guess. Red. And this is her language one that she picked out. Is Rainbows Make Me Happy, and it's just kind of cute. It has the stars on it. She thought that was fun. And they didn't have blue of the spiral to match it, but they had purple, and she loves purple. So this is her language composition one. I don't really like composition. I know I got these, but like for every single day writing, like something you write in every single day, I don't know, the composition ones just don't seem to hold up to me. So we got everybody's spirals instead. Again, for 9th grade math, she honestly just needed a new compass, and the only way I could find them at Walmart was to get the compass and protractor set. But that's okay, because now we can also put a protractor in our travel bag and also have one in her bin for school. Each of the kids, for their crafting, they have hands-on activities, all 3 of them built into their schoolwork this year through their Monarch. That's another video that I think already is up. I'm not 100% sure. I'll link it if it is. But they each needed more glue sticks for their hands-on crafting supplies, so they each have 2 glue sticks. That's probably just going to go on the cart to share, but I wanted to show that we did buy enough for each of them to have 2. And then also she ended up with the exact same graph composition book for her math and a packet of graph paper for just in case. Next, moving on to the middle one, she is my only one in middle school this year. She's doing 7th grade work. And again, I just really love these stickers and planner stickers, and I think it'll be a great addition to the ones that we have purchased at Dollar Tree, and just gives them a little more variety. And I wanted to make sure that like each of them had the sheets, because my worry when I started flipping through, and I was trying to do it quick because it started getting really busy while we were there, was that there was only going to be like 1 sheet of Christmas, and if I bought 1 pack from the share and there was only 1 sheet of Christmas, I didn't want them to have to share that, so I got them each a pack. This is where I actually started looking into more of the journal style that they had for them to purchase for their travel schooling. Was they had this sloth one. Her 2 favorite, I think her top 2 favorite animals right now are sloths and pandas. Pandas always being number 1. But she liked that it had a sloth on it, and this one's the only one like this. I could not find any for the other 2 exactly like this, where it closes like this with the magnet, and that also, you know, had the saying on the front, and it already comes with some stickers. And it's honestly, look, it's just paper, it's just loose leaf, and it matches. But again, it's the only one I could find like it, but the other 2 were happy with the ones that I ended up for them. And I kind of just surprised them with it after we got home. Like, they saw them and they picked them out, not really knowing that they were picking them out and getting them, because they were like, oh, we don't really need journals. But they kind of all picked them out anyways. So this is her travel journal floppy folder, and she loved that it was like a cheetah print, which is her, I think, 3rd favorite, is like cheetah and leopard, animals like that. And it had the heart on it, and she really loved that. Her assignments every day, she has green, blue, that eggplant purple again, a red, and for her language, she picked out this really fun print one. It was really cute, and I like the way it had just like the shimmery with it, kind of matched the other one that she'll have for travel schooling. And we couldn't find a spiral to match it, so we ended up with, she found this one and she loved the way that this one looked. And also for her, I could not find a just compass. She did not have a compass at all, so I ended up getting a compass and an extra protractor. But again, I can now take the extra protractors and put them in our travel schooling bag for when we travel. And also again, she ended up with a 2-pack of glue sticks as well. We used to get the bigger ones, but then they would dry out and then we would be stuck. And so now we decided to not be stuck without glue, no pun intended. And we just decided to go ahead and go with the smaller ones so that we didn't have to worry about them drying out and not having glue when we need it. Again, for the youngest, she is going into 5th grade this year, my last one in elementary school. I wanted to go ahead and get her the planner stickers as well. I actually do not buy her elementary grade planners. I buy her middle and high school because I like the way the middle and high school ones are laid out better than the elementary ones. The elementary ones are geared more towards classes that public school elementary teaches versus homeschooling. You can have language all together, where reading, spelling, language, and all that's together, whereas the kids ones for elementary school for planners would have like spelling, reading, English class on separate lines, and she didn't need that. So I got her middle and high school where she could fill in her subjects instead of having like the pre-assigned ones. Plus it also gave her more room, and there's more math facts in the front of it to help her when she's studying. So again, I went ahead and got her these to go with her middle and high school planner. She was super happy about that. This one is a little bit different as well. it has like this pocket, a zipper pocket on the, this is zipper, yeah it is zipper, a pocket on the front with a unicorn, and it just says lucky on it because, you know, unicorns are lucky. And she liked that it had the little pocket on it because she can put like those tiny pencils and pens in here to keep track of. And like for her, she said, you know, it's still like a small line, but it also kind of was like less stress of, oh, hey, I need to fill this whole page. Even though like there's really no stress because like they can do as they want with these as long as they're journaling, you know, for the trip and not like just tearing sheets out to make origami with. Have to emphasize that for one of mine. This is the spiral that she picked out to go with this one, and I love that like it kind of felt like opposite. Like the backdrop to this zebra one is black with the rainbow shimmery silver, like it's silver and it also is shimmery rainbow, and this one was the opposite. It was white with the stripes on it, so that kind of felt cool having those opposites together. And I was originally going to just get the spiral notebook for her to do journaling in instead of getting journals, but then when I saw the sloth one and then I saw that one, I was like, they're just going to get travel journals, and she can just take this one also as an extra for travel schooling as well to go along with her travel floppy folder. And apparently all three of them like this purple because they all ended up with a purple. She also picked out a black, a blue, and a green. And then for her composition one for school, thankfully she already still had one of these, so I wasn't worried about her using this one for just traveling. She has another language composition spiral notebook to use this year that she ended up not even needing last year because she used the one from last year. So like she has an empty one, or a blank one she hasn't used yet. She liked that this was a glow in the dark, and she, you know, the little tire theme to it, she really liked that one. And last but not least, she also has the 2-pack of the glue sticks. So that is it for our Walmart 2021-2022 homeschooling, digital schooling, travel schooling, back to school haul for just the school supplies. We did purchase clothing. That'll be in a separate haul. I try to break it up because number one, this one's already a long haul because of how much supplies we had. And number two, I just like to break them up so that you're seeing like what just schooling supplies we get. And then the clothing one is not, you know, it doesn't have to be like specifically school. It's just clothing for when we are going out for like field trips and stuff. I don't know, I just felt like it needed to be separate, so those are gonna be 2 separate ones. But I hope that really helped you if you're looking at, I mean, even if like you're doing public school and you're looking at 5th, 7th, and 9th grade, or if you're looking into things for your kids to do when you're traveling. If like, I mean, like when I was a kid, I'm trying not to spend too much time talking. And when I was a kid, we had school books shipped to us for 2 months because we ended up in another state for 2 months. So like, you may end up travel schooling and not really know about it, and you may just be like, oh no, what do I buy? So I'm kind of hoping that that's what these will help to do. It's not just like we're not trying to be flashy and be like, this is what we can afford to buy. Because there was a time in our life when we were getting handouts and we could not afford to buy what we purchased today. So ours is gratitude, and we're wanting to pass along that gratitude by showing others and helping others what we purchased for those purposes. So I hope it helped you today. I really sincerely do. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to watch, and we will see you next time.